What's up with you people? Welcome to the show. I'm your host Shamon Dae, and today we are checking out an artist by the name of Bobby 808. Track is called Never Change featuring Alex G. So, you know how we do here on this show. We check out music, we check out music videos, and we determine if something is a let it ride or let it fly. If something is a let it ride, it's something that we hear great potential in, and just think other people need to check it out too. So that's where we come in. If it's a let it fly, unfortunately, it's just not for us. It's not that the artist doesn't make good music. It's just this particular track that we're about to check out. It's just not for us. So with that, let's get into it.
It's Alex G and Bobby shit right now, that's just a hobby, but we kill them all regardless. Aim our shots, we hit the targets, all hits, no miss. Triple double first assist, triple double first assist. I get higher than an astronaut, counting bands I get a lot. Never care what people thought, stay focused on the bigger plot. Originated in 808, this right here, it feels like fake. This right here, it feels like fake. Feeling like it's destiny, my baby girl just texted me. She said my dick like ecstasy, told her girl quit gas.
Said it feels like ecstasy. Alright, I feel that. Off top, I like how he jumps on this track. You can tell he has a lot of confidence. He's having a good time while recording this. I love the fact he said something that right now it's like a hobby, or it feels like a hobby. I love when artists put that into their music because it shows a little bit of vulnerability. Like, yeah, it's a hobby right now, but wait till I take off with this and catch me in a couple years and see what I do. So I like that because a lot of artists don't put that into their raps, you know. So I can appreciate that. So let's get back into it though.
Gas me. When I get home, it's a rap. I'm killing that pussy like black. People say they never change, breaking bounds they truly made. Caught up in these college games, your mentality is not the same. Just because you're out of sight doesn't mean you're out of mind. So much love when you were mine, why is love so hard to find? People say they never change, breaking bounds they truly made. Caught up in these college games, your mentality is not the same. Just because you're out of sight doesn't mean you're out of mind. So much love when you were mine, why is love so hard to find?
Hook, fire, very relatable. I like that. Yeah, why is love so hard to find? It's a very relatable topic, so I like it. Yeah.
This girl got the best of me, she stole my fucking heart from me. Gave her my virginity and wanted to be a family. Why keep coming back when you know I still got some love for you? I heard you blocked me but you mad, we locked eyes, your face looks sad. Seeing you in person is what brought me motivation. I was committed to win you back, so I was highly dedicated. But no matter what I did, it felt like there was no effect. Though I built up so much anger, girl, I still gave you respect. Used to love me but now I'm trash to you. All I ever wanted was a chance with you.
Hey, wait a minute. One, I like to switch up in the flow to the singy-songy type, so he's shown a lot of varying range within this song, so I can appreciate that. One other thing, though, is, like I said before about vulnerability, he's able to really speak about this relationship, and that's not an easy thing. There's not a lot of artists that really get into that bag of, yeah, this is what we went through, and able to put it to a song that people can relate to. And relatability, that's something that really goes far. I have artists that I'm fans of that haven't broken that wall yet, you know, and they've been established for a long time, but they don't share personal things. So as a artist doing that on a track like this, nice. Very solid. Let's finish this out though.
I see your side of things, I've never doubted you. And all the love we had, baby, all was true. I was your longest, but you know that we was meant to be forever. Both was loyal, stay committed, no one else was in the picture. But one day you'll look back on me when you are feeling lost. And you know I'm open arms, girl, but it's hard for me because people say they never change, breaking bounds they truly made. Caught up Why is love so hard to find? People say they never change, breaking vows they truly made. Caught up in these college games, your mentality is not the same. Just because you're out of sight doesn't mean you're out of mind. So much love when you were mine. Why is love so hard to find?
Yeah. Okay, so we checked out the track. Bobby 808, track Never Change, featuring Alex G. So how do we feel about it? I like the song. I like this. I find it very refreshing when an artist can be authentic, be open about something, and make something very relatable to his audience. Every one of us has been through a relationship that did not work out for some reason, and you might have not felt great about that. So you're trying to win that person back, and sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. But to be able to put that to music and express your feelings, a lot of artists cannot do that. And some have tried, and it just doesn't feel as authentic. I didn't get that feel with this track. I got an understanding of somebody's relationship that they were trying to get through and try to make better. And, some things just don't work out like that. But the great thing about it is being able to express that in music. Sometimes that is a healing in a way as well. And for your audience, that's something great that they can grasp onto, because all of us have been there. So it makes it relatable. So that's the first thing that stood out to me. The production was very well put together, had a great vibe to it that I think the artist balanced with. Once you get the right production and the right artist together, you create some magic. And I think that's really what happened with them. So I did get a lot of good vibes from this. When you can make something that people feel, that carries a lot of weight. So they're going to look at your next projects to kind of have that same type of regard, to see if you can still maintain that type of feeling. But this is a great start. I loved everything about it. Like I said, the hook, I really found the hook very solid. It tied everything together. It wasn't too wordy, and it's catchy. You can see me toward the end. I'm into it as well. So that's something that happens within the first time you listening to something. It holds a lot of weight. So I value that when I'm checking out a new song. So that goes a long way with me. Vocally, both artists did their thing. They were able to capture your attention. Alex G in the first verse, I think he was able to come in with that energetic flow, almost a staggered type of flow in a couple areas that, held your attention really good. And Bobby 808 came in with the singy-songy type of flow, second verse, and really captured the whole full effect, and was able to change the pace of the song a little bit, which greatly appreciated. So I love artists that can kind of pick apart the beat and kind of see like, okay, let me do something else here to keep my audience engaged, because nobody wants to keep listening to the same thing. You got to be able to switch it up. That's why producers will try and switch something up in the beat, or a lot of it can be done, in the editing, of course. But when an artist does this in the verses and the hooks, it makes the job of the producer and the engineers, it makes it easier, because they're allowing them to do a lot of things in the post-production and things like that. So you can hear that come across in this song. So I greatly appreciated it. So with me, I think this one is definitely a let it ride. I think once people give this song a chance and really get a chance to listen to it, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised with it. So that's exactly what I was with it. So you never know how this is going to go. We take it how it is, and we hope for the best, when we're doing these reviews. So I was pleasantly surprised. This is definitely one that I would love people to check out. So I will leave all of the artist description below so you can check them out, get to know them a little bit further. And with that, you know how we do with these reviews. We keep them short and sweet. And with that, I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.
Cash flow spitter, double vision with the missus, call him Yak Tripper. Never claimed in any of them lines to be a killer. Bet when that beat drop, I'm Gym City Gorilla.